Hello and welcome back to Sonny Talk Spurs, and today I'm going to be answering the question, is Brennan Johnson good enough for Tottenham Hotspur? But if you're new around here, why don't you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and also hit the notification bell for every time I go live on Sonny Talk Spurs. Now, let's get into the video. So deadline day is fast approaching, and yes, Tottenham have not signed any players whatsoever since we have sold Harry Kane. And I'll be honest, I'm getting a bit frustrated. I'm getting a bit annoyed, especially after the game which was Fulham in the second round of the Carabao Cup. If you want to see my reaction to that game, hit the button above me and watch it after you have sat through this footballing splendour. But, as I say, this video is about the potential signing of Brennan Johnson. And is he good enough for Tottenham? That's the main question. So, if we think about since selling Harry Kane and what we have brought in so far, we've tackled some key areas. We have got a number 10 in James Maddison, perfect signing. We've got a new left-sided centre-back in Mickey van der Ven, also very good. We have a new goalkeeper, a number 1 in Vicario, who has looked better than I thought he was going to be, but, you know, time will tell how that signing will go. However, we've made some other signings, obviously, as well, but there are still some key issues going into deadline day. And I've addressed this on many videos already. I've said we need another attacker slash striker slash winger, a forward in some sense. And I've said we could do with another midfielder depending on certain outgoings, but they've gone quiet. And also we need another defender, even depending on who stays and who goes. We certainly need another defender, but who knows if that's going to happen now. But the key one is the forward area, because, you know, we've started the season okay. Obviously in the league, obviously out of the cup is another dilemma, but I'm going to move on from that. But in the league, we've looked all right. You know, we have moved the goals around, which we had to do because of Harry Kane's exit. You know, it was quite important that we did do that. But the jury is still out on Richarlison. I know he scored against Fulham, but still, we're not really sure if he's good enough to lead the line for a full season in the Premier League. Obviously, Son is yet to score. Kulusevski's got one, but obviously, they're still a bit on patchy form. Luckily, if we didn't have James Maddison, I don't know where we'd probably end up this season, but he has been spellbinding. But the main question has been, obviously, in this forward area. And we've been linked with a few people. Obviously, Gift Orban was one of the key names, but that has gone extremely quiet and looks like it's off, basically. The price was too much for probably an unknown entity. Obviously, the last few days as well, we've seen Ansu Fati linked with Tottenham from Barcelona, but I had some reservations about this. I think it would have been a good signing, but two main issues. He's very injury prone, so are you getting the top talent that you would have assumed you would have got a few years ago? Possibly not. He's also not Premier League proven, but he looks like a great talent anyway. And the other issue that has come to mind is the fact that it would have been a loan with no obligation or option to buy. And are we here for that? I'm not really sure. I feel like if we're making a loan signing, there should be an option or an obligation to buy somewhere in the contract, but there isn't. So now moving on to the main man in the title of this video, Brennan Johnson. Now, I did rank some forwarding options in another video, but Brennan Johnson, I was a bit on the fence about him. I still am a little bit because of a few reasons. I think the price is quite a lot. You know, obviously Nottingham Forest are selling a high asset player. You know, his dad played for the club. It means a lot to him. So there is that. He is good. I think he's a good player who's got time on his side. And, you know, if Ange can get the best out of him, he could be a good forward. He's obviously versatile. He can play on the wing and through the middle. He offers sublime pace. My issue is the price. It is the price. I think if we're hitting that £50 million mark, I think that's a massive overpayment for a striker come forward who hasn't really set the league alight, you could say. I mean, he was okay in patches last year, but he started off well. But then when Nottingham Forest needed to call on someone, they called on their other strikers to really pick up the pieces. And Brennan Johnson sort of fell by the wayside. So there is that. And But my other thing is, I don't know what other options there are out there. So I'm just so on the fence about it. I'm really not sure whether this is a good deal or not, especially if it comes through in the last couple of stages. And even this late, we're probably going to get mugged off in one way, shape or form. So it is causing a lot of questions. Like, part of me is like, maybe we should just get it done to say we've done it. Get a deal over the line, bit of morale signing as well, and an option. And he could come good. He might be very good, and another option to come off the bench as well, especially with certain fixtures. You might want that different option, the pacey option, because our forward line, I'd say, apart from Son, hasn't really got too much pace. I'd say, obviously I said Son there, he's still quite pacey. Kulusevski's not really quick. Richarlison, I don't think he's as quick as I thought he was. And then apart from that, you got Manoel, Solomon and Perisic, who I wouldn't say they're the quickest. They're a bit more skillful. But Brennan Johnson offers that pure pace, which on certain moves, I've seen us sometimes move on the counter-attack. You're just lacking that sort of, cutting edge and able to attack a defence with electrifying pace. So there is that. But as you can tell from the tone of this, I am really unsure. I am totally unsure. I'm not sold on it. I was very much a big fan of Gift Orban because I just liked the idea of it and in that unknown entity. I think he could have been a good prospect. But even like watching Brennan Johnson in the opening games for Nottingham Forest this season, it's been a bit iffy. Like, I've not seen anything too much to blow my socks off. He had a couple of chances against Arsenal where he made the wrong decision. I think he chipped it where he should have curled it. But he's young. He is young and time is on his side. And you just hope that Ange could develop into a player who could probably hit that next level. But yeah, I think I'm more edging towards it being a better signing because of the potential it has and the fact that I think we just need to get some bodies in as well. But I'm just very unsure. Especially, I'm just very underwhelmed, as I said at the top of the video. Like the Harry Kane money, it just hasn't gone into the team. There's no links of defenders still. There's just limited links. And I thought the Ansu Fati news, even though I've sort of critiqued it there, it's a bit of a statement signing. Now that Brighton have moved for him, everyone's talking about it as a statement signing, which is quite contradictory to what the reports of, Brighton go for him amazing. We go for him injury prone. So, you got to pick and choose your battles here. But I just think it's quite an interesting topic. And I wanted to talk about Brennan Johnson. Even if the deal doesn't happen, I just wanted to put my piece out there and just sort of say how I feel about it. Because as you can tell, I'm very much on the fence. But I'd like to know what you guys at home think. Is Brennan Johnson a good deal for Tottenham? As a Tottenham fan, from a point of view, what do you think? As Nottingham Forest fans, if you're watching this, what do you think? Are you sad if he goes? Are you happy to get that money in? Could you reinvest it in different players? No, it's late in the window, but have you reinvested it in better players if you've already spent the money? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. And as I said at the top of the video, if you're new around here, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Every time I go live, you will be notified. Good little rhyme there as well. I'm also closing in on 1,000 subs, and I'd love you to join me on this Tottenham Hotspur journey. There's going to be head loss. There's going to be some jubilation, and hopefully it won't be too much of a roller coaster. But I've been Sonny Talk Spurs, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye.